going to start to first contract glutes. So when laying in this position, what I like to do is kind of have them resist me, don't let me push. You feel how that turns the glute on, and let me push against me here. Good, because glute max will it will act in rotating the hip a little bit. So this will kind of kick them into external rotation at stage. Good. That will do both sides. Push out. Good. All right. So what I want you to do now is just contract through the glutes a little bit, try and get those to fire on your own. Good. That's firing. Now from there, arms are going to be at your sides, palms face up. Okay. So now we're going to fire for transverse abdominis. So I'm going to put my hand under the back. So do you feel my hand here? I want you to press my hand into the table by pressing your ribs downward. Now go ahead, release. I don't want you to do anything else besides just this muscle right now. So you can relax the glutes, you can do everything else. I want you to compress down here. And release. You can let your neck relax. So press down. Because typically what will happen, so with him, what do you see happening when he does it?
Goes down automatically.
Go ahead, push down again. So what happens with his shoulders?
And his shoulders go out.
Yep, and his head starts to tilt upward. So a lot of the times you'll see that, that when people contract this, their head will actually rock upward. And the reason for that is thoracic rigidity. So this is actually something that, we can kind of pull out and say, all right, we're going to add some foam rolling or something for the thoracic spine to get more flexibility there. All right, so compress down into my hand, squeeze, good, and release. Good. So now we're going to do these two at the same time. We're going to contract glutes, fire, fire. Come on, come on, come on. Good, come on, get it, good, good, good. And now compress here. Feel my hand, push my hand down. Fire, fire, good. At this point, people could probably start convulsing on the table because they're like, once you start co-contracting these muscles, they're not used to doing that, right? So that's 2 out of 4. Woo! Here we go. All right, so from this point, palms face up again. Now we're going to gently contract elbows, kind of squeeze your elbows into your sides and reach down towards your toes just a little bit. Good. So that should start to engage through your lats. All right, feel how that does it?
Yeah,
sneak under here a little bit. So relax the arm down. There you go. So again, we're going to start from the bottom up. Contract here. Good. Push my hand down. Now shrug, squeeze elbows in. There we go. Perfect. Now do you feel how that's starting to engage through the core here? Good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Now again, we keep seeing his head tilting up. So the last piece of that is to get them to retract, push the chin downward, but keep the back of the head on the ground. Okay? All right, so let's start from the bottom. Contract here. Contract, contract. Press my hand. There we go. Keep squeezing. Good. Tuck the chin, tuck the chin. Feel how that comes up off my hand? Press back down. Go for it. Squeeze down. Compress, 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 compress.
It's like it doesn't even,
Yeah.
it doesn't even do
All right.
it.
Okay, again. Compress, compress, squeeze. Okay, and release. Woo! Okay,
That's a good one.
so that's 4 muscles. Now we have to add in breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
A lot of times people get into that, they're going to hold their breath.
Yeah.
Not happening, right? So when we breathe, we want to breathe into the abdomen, but we want to kind of think of, full wall breathing, right? Front
Not belly
wall,
breathing.
side wall,
Okay.
back wall, right? All right, so again, compress down, get into the
Right.
glutes, compress down, shrug down, tuck the chin, deep breaths. Good, all the way out again. Breathe into my fingers. Good, all the way out. Good. Good. In. Good, and release.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, so when they're doing that, when they first learn and they first start to get into those muscles, start to contract them, you want to remind them that when they're doing this exercise, they're not going to be like forcefully contracting these muscles. We want them to activate them. We don't want them to max contract all these muscles because they will sprain something. They'll go into a. We don't want them to injure themselves.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be kind of an awareness exercise. But big time awareness for people is kind of like that teeter-totter of the thoracic spine. They're like, what? I can't push my ribs down and keep my chin down at the same time and create length. When you're contracting all 4 of these muscle groups at the same time, your body gets put into a neutral spine position. Okay, so go ahead, come on, get into them. Glutes, transverse abdominis, lats. lats, lats, palms face up. There you go. Lats, transverse, good. Chin tucks, compress here. Good, good. And you can feel his core is relatively engaged. He has a little bit of difficulty getting into that transverse abdominis a little bit. But again, that takes practice.
Cool.
So that's kind of core forward breathing technique. Okay. So that we want people to be able to contract all four of those muscles while doing all activity. All the time.
In life?
In life. Yep. We want those four muscle groups to be our stabilizing muscles.
Do you do that?